Almost everyone makes the same mistakes when they first join the gym, and honestly, most people don't even realize that they are slowing their own progress. I made some of the stupid mistakes that cost me about 1 year of progress. I will share the story in this video. How did it happen, and if I didn't make that mistake, my progress would have been much faster. These are similar mistakes I see people doing all the time. It kind of feel like a loop, but it starts with a different person each time. You see beginners training hard, sweating, showing up every day, but after months, they still look the same. Not because they are lazy, but because nobody really teaches them the basics properly. And it's sad that you are not getting results after following all that discipline and hard work. I have seen cases where people eventually give up after whole year of training without gaining significant muscle mass. Yes, even whole 1 year in one of the case I myself have witnessed, where the guy eventually gave up because he was not satisfied with the results. The beginners copy workouts from influencers, which is not always bad, but there are people with all kind of stupid advice. So in this video, I'm going to break down the most common beginner mistakes in the gym, why they happen, and what you should do instead, so you can save months, maybe even years of wasted effort. Number 1 is chasing the shiny object while ignoring the boring basics that actually bring results. Most of the beginners ignore what matters and chase the shiny fancy things that have very little significance. You will see them switching supplements and wasting money on all kind of stupid products, buying the new trending pill online without focusing on what actually matters. They switch brands every month, hunt for the latest influencer recommended product, and waste a ton of money hoping that one magic powder will finally make them grow or get them shredded. There are 3 main pillars of muscle building, and your main focus should be on them: training, recovery, and diet. If you are not giving your body proper rest, not eating enough calories or proteins, not training hard enough, you can try to find solution in all kind of supplements or products, and they won't work. When the foundations are weak, no amount of expensive supplements can fix it. You end up frustrated with slow or zero results, lighter wallet, and the same body despite all the optimization. The smart way is simple: nail your workout 3 to 4 times a week, eat in a slight surplus or deficit depending on your goal, with plenty of protein, prioritize sleep like it's your job, and only then consider basic supplements like creatine or whey protein if needed. Chasing gadgets before mastering the essentials is foolish, slow, expensive, and usually ends in disappointment. Build the boring basics first and the gains will follow. When basics are taken care of, then you can think of things like macros partitioning, training strategies, workout splits, and other things. But when you are not sleeping properly or eating properly, then push-pull legs or upper-lower splits won't change anything. The second mistake that most of the beginners make is that they want to see the results fast. The thing is that we do lack patience. Most of the newbies coming to the gym are not willing to wait for months to years to see some good results. They want to see results in minimum time. The lack of patience is very serious in our generation, and it's one of the reasons why drugs like Trenbolone and TRT and other steroids are used in bodybuilding. They don't want to wait and work hard. They will just inject themselves without caring about what it will do to your body in long term or even in short term. The instant gratification is very real in bodybuilding too, along with some other aspects of our life. As a beginner, this will cause you to train hard in beginning, thinking that it will bring more results. This mindset can cause several problems. Number 1 is you will not have enough time to recover from workouts. Number 2, the mistake in techniques might not cause big problems when you are lifting light, but when you switch to heavy weight with same technique, there will be higher chances of injuries. And lastly, when you don't see quick results because of poor techniques and strategy, you will blame it on genetics or a lot of other factors and may give up. You don't have to smash your whole body on day 1. Do yourself a favor and don't send invites to injuries. The much better approach is to get yourself familiar with machines, angles before going heavy on weights. When you don't know the techniques or angles, you are most likely to injure yourself. As a beginner, you have a lot of potential both for growth and fuck-ups. For the first month, have some spotter or trainer and see if you are doing it right. Focus on technique, observe the pros doing it, and don't feel shame to ask someone for help or spotting. Most guys will do it happily for you. Everyone wants to be wise ass and want to teach you when you are a new guy. So you can easily get a lot of help depending on your gym. Now you don't have to get confused here. I'm not saying that you should not lift heavy. If you have learned the movement and can handle the weight in good form, by all means try heavy weights. Most of the beginners after 1 month of consistent training should be at this point that they can go a little heavier. With this, we will come to our third mistake. Number 3 is sticking to the same weight. This is the opposite problem from previous one. It's called failing to apply progressive overload. When you are consistently training for quite some time, don't stick with one weight. When you are comfortable with one weight or have been doing it for quite some time, increase it. Your body is smart. When you keep giving it the same challenge, which means same weight, same reps, same effort, it adapts quickly and gets efficient at handling that load. After the first few months of newbie gains where almost anything works because you are new, your muscles, nerves, and strength basically stop improving. You end up maintaining what you have instead of building more muscle, getting stronger, or changing your body shape. You might still feel like you are working out, but you are really just going through the motions, burning some calories, staying active, but not creating the stimulus needed for real growth. The golden rule that I follow: if I can easily do 3 sets of 10 with a specific weight, I will up the plate or go for a heavier dumbbell. That will make it a little challenging for me. Not so challenging that my arms are shaking and I am about to drop that weight on someone, but heavy enough that it makes the movement a little more challenging for me and I can have more muscular tension. This is called progressive overload, that when you are training for some time and it gets a little easier for you, you should increase the intensity by increasing the weight or reps. Now I'm not in favor of high reps because it takes more time and will not bring that good of results compared to adding more weight. There are guys in my gym doing hundreds of curls with 4 kg dumbbell and I never understand what are they trying to do. Why just don't go for a higher dumbbell and save yourself some time and also the other guy who might be waiting for you to have that dumbbell while you are doing 200 curls. It was used in combat sports as a conditioning methods for fighters to do high reps movements, but even there, most of the good coaches don't use this method anymore. In bodybuilding, it's just useless. Some practical tips that I might include are: track your lifts in a notebook or app. If you are not tracking it, you might not even realize that you are stuck on a same weight for quite some time. Aim for small, boring improvements instead of staying comfortable forever. Don't try to increase 10 kg at once. Instead, add 2.5 kg or 5 kg max when comfortable with certain weight. Progressive overload doesn't have to be dramatic. Even tiny steps compound into big changes over months and years. Staying at the same weight long term is comfortable, but comfort in the gym means no more progress. Small and smart increases are what separate people who look the same after 2 years from those who keep transforming. Another advice that I want to share with beginners is avoid the gym bros. That loud, confident guy who's been lifting for quite some time, spent 2 hours per session, looks kinda jacked, and loves giving advice to everyone. There can be some good guys, but some of their advice can demotivate you or may cause injuries. The thing is, if you are new to gym or if you have never been physically active or participated in some kind of sports, they will make you feel bad about yourself. They will try to make you lift weights they are lifting while ignoring the fact that they have been lifting for months or years while you are the new guy. And there is a thing that they will try to establish themselves as superior authority by showing how heavy they can lift with zero form. They mostly do ego lifting without any prior strategy or planning. They will vilify warm-ups, machines, or literally anything, labeling it as it is not manly enough. Real men don't do machines, real men do free weights, bro. If you are a man, you will know it. Don't let any man or woman tell you that what a real man is. Another bad advice that comes from this community is eat whatever, just train hard and you will grow. It will work if you don't care about amount of fat on your body, but if you want to stay under certain body fat percentage, you have to strategize your diet properly. If you want to gain size by adding fat on your body, then you can follow the strategy of eating whatever you want. Another serious problem with gym bros is that they tell people to push through injuries, saying things like no pain, no gain. I think I don't have to tell you that don't do it. You will spend months recovering from injury if you get one during these lifts. I have tried lifting through injury and it cost me 1 year of progress. My shoulder was damaged and I was not able to do bench press even with an empty bar. If I have took 1 day of rest or didn't push through that injury, it would have saved me whole year of progress. If you feel uncomfortable in a wrong way, that something is not right, or there is sharp pain, immediately stop and put down the weights. Another mistake is ignoring recovery. You need a rest day, at least 1 per week. That's the least, and in ideal training program, you should have 2 rest days per week. Strength training creates micro tears in your muscles and depletes energy stores. When you take rest and eat good, your body fills those micro tears by the process called muscle protein synthesis. You don't make muscles in gym, you make muscles when you are resting or sleeping. That's when your body fills those micro tears. It's also way too important for your hormonal health, which also determines your muscular growth. Most of the beginners don't know the importance of rest and recovery and started working out with the mindset of the more is better. The truth is that more is not always better, especially when it comes to working out. Recovery part of the training is often neglected by beginners. There is a healthy balance of everything, and when you cross the threshold, you will actually lose muscles instead of gaining. There will be negative results if you don't take care of your recovery. The hormones like testosterone will be disturbed, and it will also affect your overall health. Even one night of poor sleep elevates cortisol, that is actually catabolic, and reduce muscle protein synthesis by noticeable amounts. The newbie gains are quick, and when some people see that progress, they ramp up the volume. Training is only half of the process. It is the stimulus that breaks down muscle fibers and creates metabolic stress, but actual growth, strength gains, and performance improvements happen during recovery when the body repairs tissues and replenish energy stores. You have to create a healthy balance of both to get better results. Many beginners train too much too soon to get faster results. They don't get faster results but actually burn out in 2 to 6 months and end up quitting or stay small despite doing all the hard work. And the funny thing is that if you are a guy training 3 to 4 times a week smartly with good rest and diet, you will outgain the guy who is training 6 times per week and he is always tired. Now there are some neglected parts in diet that I want to talk about. Most of the people know about protein and everyone try to increase the intake. It's good for you. While you won't make any significant gains eating beyond 0.8 gram per pound of body weight, but still more of it will do you no harm. The neglected part of the diet is often fat and calories, especially in the case of ectomorphs aka hard gainers. They need a lot of calories to pack on a size. Most hard gainers underestimate their calories thinking that they are already eating too much, but in reality they are not. So in case of ectomorphs, it's important to increase the number of calories too along with protein. Go for calorie dense options like almonds, olive oil and nuts. Apart from hard gainers, the fat is one macro that is actually important for gaining muscles but is often brutally neglected. Fats provide cholesterol, that is the raw material that your body uses to make testosterone and other key hormones. Low fat intake can drop testosterone levels, which makes it harder to build and keep muscles, recover from workouts and feel strong and motivated. Fats are part of every cell membrane including muscle cells, and they help your body absorb important vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, E and K. These vitamins support bone health, immunity and overall recovery. So it can impact your progress in gym and they should be a part of healthy diet. Apart from muscular growth, some guys often cut fats way too low thinking it helps get lean or stay healthy, especially outside the gym context. This can quietly hurt male sexual health in several ways. Mostly because fat is used to build hormones like testosterone. It is the main male hormone driving libido, which is sex drive, energy for intimacy, morning erections, and overall sexual confidence. When testosterone levels drop, many men notice reduced desire, weaker erections, bad mood, or feeling less manly in the bedroom. The thing is that we don't have to demonize it but actually balance it in our diet. If you are an active person, you might need more than what you are consuming right now. I used to think that my fat intake is enough, but when I calculated it, I was actually under eating. It also plays an important role in your recovery. As a normal healthy man, you should be eating at least 100 gram of fat per day if you are not sedentary. That's the good amount for most of the athletes doing strength training and other sports. And it won't make you fat when you are training and eating good amounts of protein. In fact, it will help you gain more muscles and be more healthy as a man. Another myth that is pretty popular and common around beginners is that sweat is equal to fat loss or soreness is equal to growth. It's not a good mindset and it's not true. Don't dehydrate yourself unnecessarily thinking that all the fat is going out of your body through that sweat. Some gym bros also advise you to not drink water throughout your workout as it is not considered manly or whatever. I have seen this trend in Diamond Gym that is actually much popular among fitness influencers nowadays. Actually, sweat has nothing to do with fat loss. Most of the fat is exhaled out when you breathe, not by sweat. It's important to have a water bottle with you, keep yourself hydrated and don't train in uncomfortable hot places thinking that it will bring you more results. Another thing is thinking that soreness is equal to growth. Soreness usually happens when you do something new like heavy lifting for the first time. It's from tiny damage and inflammation in the muscles, but science shows this damage is not needed for muscles to get bigger and stronger. Many people believe that if they are not extremely sore the next day or two, the session don't count and it did not produce muscle growth. This leads them to constantly seek ways to maximize soreness that include going for more crazier exercises, heavy weights, and thoughts always lurking around in mind that something is not right. There is no scientific evidence that can relate soreness with muscular growth in long term. Soreness can indicate some damage occurred, but it's a poor proxy for growth. You can crush most of the workouts with zero soreness and still build plenty of muscles, as it is not a good sign of efficient workout. Too much soreness can affect your workouts negatively and will actually slow long-term muscular growth. There is a high chance of overtraining and injury when you are chasing soreness. So that's it for today guys. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.